All right, what's good with y'all? What's going on? We're going to make this video pretty quick. Fix this. We're going to make this video pretty quick. I'm going to just do a predictions for the NBA season coming up. Now, if y'all didn't know, y'all can go check out on my Instagram. I'm going to post this on here somewhere, put it a little screenshot of it. I started this channel back at the beginning of the playoffs of last year. So this is going to be the first full season of predictions and reactions and all that. We're going to be talking all the hot topics of the season. So stay tuned. But I'm going to give y'all a little rundown. I kind of went through the teams a little bit earlier and just broke them off into tiers and just my ideas of what I think the season going to be. I probably will redo this or something like that sooner or later once I see some games played. I haven't really watched much of the preseason, to be honest with you. I usually watch it a little bit, but at the same time, I'm ready for like the actual season, which starts tonight in a few minutes. So I'm gonna get this video done and out, and we're gonna watch the games. If you see this TV going, the lights going on in the back, is because the TV is on. The TV is on, and I'm waiting for the games to start. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna break the teams down. We got the first part of it is just the East and West. I always think the West usually has better competition, deeper teams, deeper rosters, and everything like that. As I'm looking through it, as I was looking through it earlier, I just made a tier list. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And these could change a little bit. These was just off of kind of first thought, and I'll just give y'all my thoughts of why each team is where. So start off, tier 1. Tier 1, I got Bucks, Celtics, Nuggets, Suns, and Lakers. This could be maybe the Warriors, depending on how CP3 them turn out. But this, I feel like, is a solid 5 teams to pick from going the distance for the season. The Bucks got Lillard now. I'm excited to see how that and Giannis and everybody going to go because they kind of had their core group, and bringing Damian Lillard on is definitely going to be a show for sure. The Celtics got Porzingis. I think that's going to be decent as long as they don't make no trades. I think they had a solid team last year, but they needed somebody else to kind of step in. And I think Porzingis stretching the floor and him being able to shoot the three going to help them in the long run, but we're going to see. The Celtics always kind of have an asterisk by them to me just because they've gotten there so many times and they never really got over the hump. But maybe they will. Who knows? Next, we got the Nuggets. Of course, they're running it. They coming off the championship, so I almost have to put them there. I think they're coming back with the same team, so I'm going to be excited to watch them again this year. Suns, I do think that Bradley Beal, D-Book, and KD can bring it together. They got some nice pieces. Eric Gordon on that team as well. Trying to think of the other people on their bench, but I think they got a decent amount of role players. Grayson Allen. So if they can find some other scorers who can take the pressure off the three, who can kind of fill in and play some defense and get some stops too, they're gonna be decent. Now Lakers, I decided to pick a team this year. It's usually Kyrie Irving is my favorite player if y'all haven't known, but I usually don't pick a team. Like I like watching players play. I don't necessarily choose a team, but I've always been a LeBron fan. And I've kind of been wherever he has been by default and Kyrie by default. So Lakers and the Mavs, but Lakers and the Mavs going to be my teams for this year. And the Pistons, which we're going to get into later. Got to rep the home team. But the Lakers this year, I think they picked up a lot of nice pieces. They also got Christian Wood, which I think is a good pickup. But I think honestly, if AD plays how he's supposed to play and how we expect everybody expects him to play, the Lakers gonna be straight. LeBron can't be number one option, I don't think anymore, because it takes too much effort for him, which he can do it, but it takes away so much energy that he has to exhaust on offense if he has to be the main scorer and then do everything, playmaking and everything like that. So that's my top 5. On the tier 2, we got Warriors, Pelicans, Mavs, Kings, Pacers, Heat, 76ers, Pistons, Houston, the Grizzlies, Houston Rockets, the Grizzlies, and the Clippers. I think the Warriors is kind of that one team that could be moved around a little bit. Pelicans, if Zion can stay healthy, who knows? I don't know. The man ain't played a half of a season yet fully, so we're gonna see. Mavs. I think Kyrie filling into his role with the Mavs, as long as Luka can hoop and just hoop, and Kyrie can take the pressure off of him when he don't need to be doing everything all the time. So I think that's gonna be a good combo there. Kings coming off of what they played, how they played last year. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna turn out, but I think if they had a same team, they should be pretty decent once they build some chemistry and really get the flow of things. Pacers gonna be another iffy. The Heat, of course, they got to the finals last year, but I don't know with them losing a couple people like key players off the bench and little role players. It's gonna be interesting to see how that play out. Now the 76ers, I'm not gonna talk long in this video about them, but if you know me, the 76ers definitely got a big asterisk by it because the way they got James Harden and Embiid structured right now on the team, I don't know how it's gonna work out. I honestly just think James Harden need to get up out of there and they need to get somebody else for him so they can kind of clear the air. Because right now, even if he do play, I don't think Harden's at that same level that he was years ago when we used to put him in the MVP votes. Now the Pistons, we got, and I'm going to double check with this. I think it's Amin or Asura Thompson. I've been watching them play in the Summer League and a little bit of the preseason. I got some faith in them. So the Pistons and Houston, them going to be two of the teams I expect that should be doing pretty decent this year, I think. They got some young players, but I'm going to do a breakdown on why I think the Pistons, for real, because I looked at their roster and their roster looks solid. And the Lakers, the Lakers and the Pistons, the Lakers, Pistons, and Mavs are my teams for the year. Lakers, Pistons, because they're from the crib, from Michigan. So that's going to be an easy one. Grizzlies, I think Derrick Rose going to bring a veteran environment to the Grizzlies. I think all that young and turnt is cool, but at the same time, you got to take care of business and really stay on your P's and Q's and handle business at the end of the day. Clippers, as long as Paul George and Kawhi can stay healthy, I think them two and Russ and everybody else can kind of piece things together. And they can have a decent season, but at the same time, now we got tier 3. These are maybe can get moved around a little bit. Spurs with Wembanyama. I don't know. I also might do like awards of what I think who gonna win what and Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, X, Y, and Z. That might have to come on later, just as I see the season roll out. But I think the Spurs and the Timberwolves, the Spurs for sure. They got Wembanyama, but at the same time, I ain't gonna get too hyped up because I know their team still ain't that crazy. Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, I think ain't gonna do his thing. Cat kind of been iffy a little bit, but I think he was hurt a lot of last season, so we're gonna see for that. Raptors, nah, not really. Cavs, maybe we'll see. Hawks, we'll see. Bulls, I don't know. I feel like they just been hella average last couple years, so we're gonna see. Wizards, Jordan Poole and Kuz, they finna be shooting 20, 25 times a game per person. I already seen Jordan Poole look off somebody. He looked up somebody the other day already, so it's getting started already before the season start. The Hornets, if LaMelo can stay healthy, I think they got a decent shot. Thunder, they got a nice young team. Chet, Holmgren, and Shea, however you pronounce the man's name. I think they're going to be decent. The Nets, they got to kind of be sticking around. They got some role players, but I think Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson kind of brings, if they can be the two on them teams, 1 and 2, they might do something. I don't know. We gonna see. And then we got tier 4. Now these teams, I don't really watch enough of them to know anything. The Jazz, it's just been the Jazz. I don't know. Knicks, always gonna be at the bottom of my list. I don't care what Knicks fans think. They be the overhyped. They be the. This might offend some people. I really could care less. New York got some of the biggest fans of teams that aren't that good. To be honest with you. You think about it. The Knicks, Nets be decent. Football, we ain't even gonna get into the Jets and the Giants, but that's another story for another time. Magic, I have no idea really what's going on there. And the Trailblazers with Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons. I think they're gonna be decent, but again, I don't necessarily know enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna put them on the top of the list or anywhere above where they at right now. So that's my predictions for the year. I'm probably gonna update this, like I said at the beginning. Update this sometime in the beginning. Update this sometime after a couple weeks of the games and kind of see how everything play out. We might revisit this. So appreciate y'all for watching. It's been your boy Woodley. It's been your boy Woodley coming to you from PG State of Mind. And I'm out.